Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have some pretty big things to go and talk about over here when it comes to now the resurgence and the potential, comeback when it does come with the Xbox and Xbox Series X, the consoles, and everything else in between. Now, as you guys do or do not know, if you've been following up all the news, there has been a lot of, well, somewhat more pressure on the big corporate side, on the Microsoft side, to go and make Xbox a little bit more profitable, to try to go and bolster up the price points a little bit more, and as well to kind of somewhat match up the PlayStation side, where a lot of them are focusing a little bit more on, well, making money. If you guys know most companies, obviously they want to go make money, and Xbox has had a topsy-turvy past year or so when it does come to the community reception, when it comes to overall vibes, when it comes to money, when it comes to Game Pass subscriptions and everything else in between. And especially now with the Activision acquisition going on, and well, that being a little bit on the limbo side with the FTC and the CMA, things are going and getting a little bit more on the spicier side. Now, when it does come with this, we are seeing more and more notice that, well, Game Pass, the Game Pass price increases, and the Starfield hype could actually bring back PlayStation to maybe being a little bit more on a somewhat equal footing for PlayStation as of right this second. So we're gonna go talk about this, talk about some drama, talk about some numbers and everything else in between. And as well, hope you guys are having a nice, fantastic day. Reminder, we do have our Samsung promotion going on right now with Samsung for the pre-orders, link down below. So check on that link down below if you guys want to in the comment section and everything else. Twitter and Twitching down below too if you guys also want to follow. And of course, thank you guys all so much for watching in the first place as well. I'm also trying to figure out this video too, as well as I'm playing with a random rabbit woman. So wish me good luck on that. So very first and foremost, we've had a pretty big push over here where they're stating on how essentially crazy it is for this Game Pass, Starfield, and everything else that might be pushing for brand new quarter results, and as well making Xbox the more profitable quarters they've ever had a chance to see. So Xbox Game Pass and Starfield could help Xbox deliver record Q1 earnings. Now, if you guys usually probably know, the holiday season is one of the most important times when it comes to games, when it comes to gaming, when it comes to everything in between, and well, right now we have PlayStation kind of competing right now with their Spider-Man. They want to have the brand new potential slim console, the handheld, and well, a few other little various things that, well, ideally could go and bump up profits. And Xbox has been a little on the slacking side. Game Pass has been driving some pretty good numbers. It's been kind of going up and down, although it's been more on the downside. And, well, they're basically trying their best to go and hedge Starfield the best they possibly can to, well, make sure it works. Now, we also did see a few kind of mediocre things, but when it comes to price increases, that typically does mean revenue increases as well. So Xbox Game Pass and Starfield could help Xbox deliver record Q1 earnings right now with the brand new Xbox Series S console. If you guys missed that, that's the black $350 console with the updated storage. We had the Game Pass price hike, which did actually go and bolster the price by thankfully only $1, which is not the biggest make or break for the wallet, but don't forget if you have 20 million subscribers, that could be an extra $20 million a month, and on top of that too, we're also probably expecting more Starfield subscriptions, and also a few other various games too as well. So we're gonna watch that pretty closely, because there's a lot of really good games, even like Alan Wake, etc., that'll be on the Xbox ecosystem. And on top of that too, guys, don't forget, they are also raising the prices over here for Xbox consoles. So if you guys have missed that too, which is not necessarily the best news for consumers, aka us, or anyone who doesn't have a console, especially for a 3-year-old console, and especially because, well, PlayStation is seemingly maybe cutting prices before they get their next big iteration, but either way, it does kind of seem like they're trying their best to turn to a profitable actual company. So the combination of new Xbox hardware allocation and subscription price hike, and the release of Starfield could actually help Xbox go and deliver record-breaking Q1 earnings. Now, as you guys know me, I'm pretty more on the pro-consumer side, where I prefer consumers to go make money, save money, get better products, and not have to worry about like big consumerism when it comes to Microsoft or PlayStation or even Nintendo. Things like Nintendo releasing $60 games or even $70 games now with their upcoming price increase is not the biggest thing that, well, I like. Like, I don't like spending $70 for a Mario soccer game where I'll play for maybe 2 hours and that's about it. Now, if it's a good game like Tears of the Kingdom, I don't mind. But with all these big inflationary price increases, yeah, it might make Microsoft do good. It might be a good product. And if they deserve it and they turn out good games and they keep on making Game Pass a really good deal, I'm okay with it. So Microsoft could be setting up Xbox for a big Q1 that leads into a strong Q2 holiday period. The company is using all of the tactics at its disposal, and sometimes that could go a little bit too much. We try to force too much all at one time to help boost revenues and profits across the 3 main business segments with software, services, and hardware. So on the software front, Xbox raised the prices of first-party Xbox Series X and S games to $70, with Redfall being the debut game to get this hike, which is weird because Redfall was a horrendous game. It wasn't a good game. It was not worth the $70 price tag in any capacity whatsoever. Now, the next big game that we'll watch that is going to be on Starfield. Now, I would say for them spending like billions of dollars to get Bethesda, as well as also Skyrim, somewhat handling its own. Same with Fallout 2 as well, somewhat handling its own. Yeah, that seems okay to me. But one of the bigger issues, though, is that they still want to raise up these price points now for things like Game Pass, which you guys might see this on the blurrier side, but basically just almost every single country is going to have a slightly increased price point, which once again is they're going to make them turn money, which is good. Like for the company perspective, that's good. For consumers, $1 is not the biggest change up. I've seen higher price points in other regions too. It's not the biggest deal, but it's something to note that, well, they might just be going all in to be like, this is our time to shine. Starfield better be good, which means that people want to be on Game Pass, so it better be good. In terms of maybe more people want to get the Xbox Series S because you could play it at 30 FPS, which is the same consistency you want for Xbox Series X, so even like the smaller consumers can still get into it too as well. And that makes a lot of sense. So I mean, in terms of them making money, sure, but I still kind of wish it wasn't like a big change up, having to pay more money for an Xbox Series X console. Lame. More so in other regions as of the second, but if they come to America, lame, especially as we're seeing PlayStation lowering price. Not trying to sound like a PlayStation fanboy or anything in between, just kind of, it's intriguing. Like, it's intriguing marketing to see, because they do have a market, and they do want to expand the market, and they want to go and bring more people. That's why they brought back that $1 subscription plan. It makes a lot of sense. But one of the bigger issues is that you just don't want to churn too much all at once, and that's what I'm a little bit concerned at. I think it'll be fine. I think $1 is not the biggest deal. I think them increasing price points kind of sucks, but if this is what you have to do to get people in, sure, I get it. But basically, Microsoft recently raised the price tag Xbox Game Pass for $1, but also did bring back their $1 price point too as well, and $2 for the Ultimate as well. The raise comes from an opportune time with Starfield, and it does kind of feel like they're trying to get their ducks in a row all before Starfield actually launches and is all done. Because guess what? If they can go bump up another 10 million subscribers, I'm not sure if that's a realistic number or not, and they can maintain a few more of those, let's say an extra million after those 10 million are kind of gone, that can still be an extra, what, like $15 million a month when it comes to that stuff, even maybe more if there's more people that stay. And on top of that too, if there is a consistent rollout, which they kind of want to do at least one quarter or so, it makes sense that they can kind of maintain up this really big, well, everything. Like, it's a good vibe. And it does make sense too as well, because if you guys saw, they want to focus more on the PC market. They kept this $1 deal for PC gamers and for some odd reason got rid of it for consoles. Don't really know why they did, not really sure exactly why, but it would make sense because I mentioned in a prior video, the PC user base is kind of big. But on top of that too, they also want to go and focus on making more games, which on the not negative side, because the first part of my video sounded a little bit negative, it'd make a little bit more sense for them to go and try to keep that consistency, like Netflix. They want to keep on bringing in more games. They want to keep on bringing up more stuff. They want to keep on bringing out more different things. I don't know, like in my mind, they want to maintain up this constant flow, which I think is smart. If you want to have someone on your subscription service, you have to keep on providing reasons for them to keep their subscription service active, which I think is a really big deal at the end. Now, it does kind of stink though, because although we'll have a good active service on Game Pass, which will hopefully make worthwhile for the extra dollar you have to go pay, which also makes sense too for Netflix and stuff. You make more stuff, it costs more money, you have more Xbox studios, everything else in between, it makes a lot of sense. I get it, I get it. I don't know. Anyway, so one more big thing to note is that they did say that they want to go increase the supply of the Xbox Series X, making it easier for fans to go get it. But that's why it's a little bit weird that they want to go maybe increase the price point in other regions while we keep on seeing PlayStation lowering it. I feel like at this point they should be doing bundles, they should be doing deals, they should be trying their best to make everything, well, as efficient as they possibly can. As we kind of look through all the numbers, though, it did kind of seem like the Xbox numbers have still been bolstering up. Had a little bit of a drop down because this past year or so, didn't really have the most newer games. But once again, if they want to try to work in like 4 major new games, including starting with Starfield and all these other big AAA games, and keep on making more money and reinvesting in the Game Pass and getting more people growing with it, it'll be really good for the company. It'll be really good for profit. And as well, it'll also be really good for gamers if we keep on getting to maintain really good, consistent games. So while it might be negative to have a price increase, because no one really wants that, $1 is not the biggest deal, as well as also we keep on maintaining a really good flow of games too as well. I think that's also very, very nice. Now, part 2 of this is, once again, the raise of the console prices, but if they can kind of maintain and kind of still make the hardware relevant and make it kind of useful for everyone else to be a part of, I think at the end of the day, that shouldn't be that bad. Part 3 of this, they need it. Like, at this point, it's kind of nice to get like an all-in. They know Starfield's going to do well, hopefully. I'm going to probably play the game. I'm going to enjoy the game. I'm going to love the game. Part 2 of it is that, well, they kind of need to. Like, they're kind of realizing that they're kind of losing the amount of consoles that PlayStation has. They kind of realize that right now, Game Pass is their big selling point, and if they keep on losing market share for other things, or if things like PS Plus kind of step up, it can make things a lot worse too as well. So I don't know, it's kind of an intriguing thing because it seems like they're going all in. It seems like they're going big, and I saw this type of stuff, and I do think they want to maximize everything they possibly can. They want to have a record-breaking number. They want to have a strong consistency, and even if they lose Activision, they want to make sure everything is strong so they can keep on maintaining all of that. So give me your thoughts, because I think it's kind of a little bit of a ramble, but that was fun. Check out the link down below for the Samsung promo. We have the Twitter and Twitch stream down below too as well, and I appreciate that. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, and I appreciate you guys all so much for watching here in the first place.